Edinburgh. We're right outside St Giles Cathedral, and just go for a walk. I live in South Scotland, and I like to show you interesting bits of culture and nature, that sort of thing. So make sure you subscribe to me, give me a like, that'd be lovely as well. And we'll go for a wee walk through the city centre of Edinburgh. So where shall we go? We'll walk up towards the castle, I think, to start off with. And we'll see where we feel like going.
Oh, it's like
So this is Parliament Square here, where Scottish Parliament used to be. And now the Parliament is right down the bottom of the street at Holyrood. And this is St Giles Cathedral, the central cathedral of Edinburgh. Church of Scotland, of course. And you can go inside for free, have a look. Have a look if you want. Let's turn around a moment and get a slightly better view. Now the streets are a little bit slippy today. It's a wee bit icy, so be careful. Be careful as you're walking with me. Let's go and say hello to John Hume here. It's still got scaffolding up there. I hear bagpipes. I'll head up towards the pipes. We'll cross over if we can do it quick enough, yes. Can you hear the pipes? Yeah, it's a little bit icy. It's maybe -3, -4 degrees. Maybe slightly warmer in the city centre. So we're walking up towards the castle. I will not go in the castle today. But in a house on this east side of the close, Robert Burns lived here during his first visit to Edinburgh, 1786. That plaque says. There's lots of tourist shops here, obviously. Cashmere and whiskey and knickknacks. Pringle. Fizzled nicely. That's the hub. That old kirk. Should be able to hear the bells. Taking nice photos. That'll be the bagpiper up there. Stopped. Bit over the top. Yeah, so we'll not go into the castle, but we'll head towards it and have a little look. Then we'll go down Mound, I reckon. Phew. So even though it's pretty cold today, it's a bit of a trek getting off the hill up on the Wild. It's worth it though, it's worth it. I'm not going all the way up this morning. Passing the camera obscura. We'll go down Ramsey Lane in a moment. Yes, it's the camera obscura. And we'll stop before we get to the castle, and then we'll go down Ramsey Lane and into Newtown. A little quiet 7:40. Hello. So there's the castle. As I say, we'll not go in today, but we've done that many times before. Instead, we'll go down towards the Mound and towards Newtown. Let's have a wander down that way. As I say, I have to be a wee bit careful. On this slippy cobblestones because it's icy and it doesn't look like there's been any salt put down today. I haven't been there 20 odd years. 20 odd years. Those are the best kind of years. Yeah, so we'll walk towards Princess Street, and I think I might go to into the National Gallery later. We might do that. We'll see. We'll see. It's one of the prettiest housing bits there, isn't it? There's a set of houses. So there's the National Gallery there. That big classical style building. Still got the up. They're dismantling the Christmas market is being dismantled. Let's zoom in a little bit, shall we? Excuse me. So over there we've got the Firth of Forth and Fife behind, and then there's the National Gallery. Princess Street. There's the Scott Monument. There's Carlton Hill up there. There's the new quarters over there. I won't give it its nickname today. This is part of Edinburgh University here. I think is it the School of Divinity, I think, this building. Let's get out of the way of this reversing van. It's not pedestrian pathways, not just roads. Well, it depends. It depends. Depends on how bad it is. It's built there, around the Edinburgh University. Let's squeeze our way through here. That's a wee bit slippy. Take my hand out of my pocket here. That's really nice. Shall we cross over the road? Let's quickly cross. And we'll head down that way. So I'd say we might go into the National Gallery. I'm going to walk along Princess Street just for a moment though. So like I say, my name's Andrew. I live in South Scotland, near Edinburgh, and I like to show you interesting bits of culture and nature. So it's about -4 here today. -3, -4. A little bit cold. Yeah, so we're just approaching Prince Street Gardens, coming down Mound. I think we'll go for a little walk along Princess Street. And there's not many people around today. It's pretty quiet. Mostly tourists. That's that. Aye. Maybe not today. Hello, welcome. Let's look around. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, it's always appreciated. Subscribe and like, you know the drill. You can see the flags slightly fluttering in the breeze. So it's a wee bit of a breeze, but it's fine. It's fine. So I think that part of Princess Street Gardens is still going to be closed off at the moment while they dismantle the Christmas market. So we'll walk up towards Princess Street. Fancy getting on an open top bus? Going for a tour in the open air? Nah, me neither. Me neither. So this is Edinburgh's premier shopping street, or Scotland's premier shopping street, in fact. Still, just about. That's that weather, lads. Aye. So it is. But we might go towards George Street as well. Over here. decided for my old alma mater. I was on the trams. Still can't quite get over the trams, to be honest. So shall we cross over here? Yeah, we'll cross over here. Let's get out in front of the buses. We'll head along this way. I reckon we'll go right. Heading towards the east end of Princes Street. We'll have a look at some of the shops. Thank you for those wee hearts, appreciate that. This is Uniqlo. This used to be, was that the Menzies store? John Menzies, I think. It might have been one day. What was it, British Home Stores maybe? I love hearing all the different accents and languages that are being spoken, often by the tourists, but not necessarily, of course. There's Marks and Spencer, still got one of the prime spots on Princes Street. So you can see there's the castle again in the background. We're walking away from the castle now. Notice the buses. Some of them are maroon and some of them are green. And the two Premier football teams in Edinburgh. Saints and Hibs are maroon and green. The Premier football team in Edinburgh is Arctic and maroon. The buses, the best buses are harbour ones. So this is Scott Monument here. Scott Monument is just the largest monument to a writer anywhere in the world. So Walter Scott lived down in the Borders. And he is definitely one of the world's finest ever writers. Stands here hanging out there. Definitely one of the world's finest ever writers. Arguably, he created the entire genre of historical fiction. So Walter Scott. And it's quite reasonable to have a massive monument here on Princes Street. And the train station which is down there, I believe is the only train station in the world which is named after a work of fiction, Waverley. Did you know that? Did you know that? I hope you would. It's said before. Right, let's cross over. Let's cross over. We could go up that way, but we won't yet. We'll walk towards St Andrew's Square in a moment. Squeeze through here. I hear a piper, but it's not live. I think it's probably too cold for a piper's fingering, if you pardon the expression. Let's go this way. This is H&M. Waverley Remember Trams. Well, if you haven't been here in 20 odd years, you wouldn't. There goes another one. Sponsored by Famous Grouse. Yeah, so the trams came here in about 10 years ago, 8-10 years ago, something like that, from the Port of Leith to the airport. Watch out for them. I still haven't got used to them, but there you go. So again, we've got there, you can see from the castle down to about there. That's the length of the Royal Mile that I was walking on. Now I'll need to. Oh, we'll go up this way. We'll go up this way. So later we might head towards Carlton Hill out there. But let's go and see St Andrew's Square here. This is Rose Street is just up here as well, which is a nice place to go to. A nice pub crawl kind of place. But I'll not go there today. So there's McDonald's, KFC, Franco Manca, Oaxaca, Saigon. Yeah, it's a nice place to eat. It's a nice place to eat. And some nice buildings. Look at those beautiful statues up there. Zoom in a little bit. Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? Pretty cool. So this is St Andrew's Square, which is one of the major public squares in central Edinburgh. Where am I at, lad? I'm at St Andrew's Square. See, there it is. Proof if it were needed. St Andrew's Square in the middle of Edinburgh. So I might walk along George Street in a wee bit. Walk along that way. I'm considering actually going towards the portrait gallery. So I'm thinking maybe the National Gallery, maybe the portrait gallery. I'll see. I want to get something to eat first, actually. We'll do that. And I also want to save a little bit of budget. So there's an issue with the battery. Quiet, yes. It's pretty quiet today. I'll show you the bank. Quiet, right, yeah, I see what you mean, yes. So it's just the microphone off, probably. So yeah, so let's go into St Andrew's Square, past the muckle column of the slaver. Is it Melville, I think his name is? And we'll go along George Street. There was, a few years ago, this big outdoor cinema put up here, and I watched The Greatest Showman. We'll avoid Costa, I think. A little bird. Muckle lion. I see a crane over there. What it's doing. Yeah, so as I say, I'm thinking of getting something to eat and then going to one of the galleries, maybe the Portrait Gallery, maybe the National Gallery. See what's something to eat. There he is. Now, up here is a statue of James Clerk Maxwell, who's one of my favourite physicists. One of the greatest physicists ever, James Clerk Maxwell. Where are you then? Let's just wait for this vehicle to come past and scoot over. Not even going to sit with him. Oh, Paddington, no, I didn't. Yeah, so, there we go, tell you what, if you want to, there's a QR code. Who was James Clerk Maxwell? Okay, right, and I'll show you. James Clerk Maxwell, FRSE, 1831 to 1879, mathematical physicist, unveiled then by all these people. And there's some a nice frieze of figures like Socrates and so on, and on the other side is his equations. I believe one. Hang on, where are his equations? They're somewhere. Where does he put them? Yeah. Anyway, James Clerk Maxwell. He discovered some very fundamental equations in physics. He was the first person to understand how electricity and magnetism work together. And yes, there's a little dog up there as well. yeah, he developed the formulae for understanding how to. Oh, there they are. Understanding how to use electricity and magnetism together. And without his equations, we would have no mobile phones, and we'd have no television and radio. Everything that the modern world relies on is based upon the work by James Clerk Maxwell. And he's arguably the world's probably third most important physicist after Einstein and Newton. And certainly if you consider his effect on the modern world, he's the world's third greatest physicist. Was that phone box? There'll be a phone box around. Why do you want me to go in it? Did he actually do it? No, I think it was him. In this case, it was him. But we know that, yeah, plenty of discoveries were made by women, such as Mary Somerville. Yeah, a fair point, but I think it was him. I think there's another phone box. There's one at the end of the road, but we're not going that way today. This Christmas decoration's nice. You'll let him have a statue, okay. That's nice of you. So I think we'll walk a little bit further. In a kind of... Now, is that George up there, that statue? If memory serves. So anyway, let's see. Where are you from? Where are you from, all of you? Where are you watching from? Are you watching Ireland? Are you watching later on another day? Where are you watching from? What are you doing? What's your name? Who are you? What's your interest in Edinburgh? Have you been to Edinburgh yourself, or Scotland? Are you from Scotland? Is your ancestry Scottish? Yeah, let me know in the comments. You could... I've seen you talking about me rather than James Clerk Maxwell. You could, if you want to. You have been before, okay. You could, if you want to, you could join my Discord. And I'll tell you about... Nip across there. Little barn. Yes, you could, if you want to, you could join my Discord, and I'll let you know when I'm going to be going live and where I'm going to be and what I'm going to be doing, etc. Another Black Sheep coffee there. Is that the second Black Sheep coffee we've seen? Phone box, but it's a boring modern 1980s one. We won't bother going into that. This is George Street that we're on. You should really recognise that, to be honest. We're heading towards kind of Charlotte Square. So there's the assembly rooms. I did a stream, was it on Periscope possibly, at the assembly rooms when people were giving little impromptu talks about the history of Edinburgh's new town. It's a beautiful little building. It was kind of paid for by public subscription, I think. For people to meet and go dancing. So you would get little, chamber orchestras there, and people would go dancing. You've been here before. I don't know, has all been to the centre of Edinburgh before though? So up ahead is where the George Street Christmas stuff is. There's one that, it's not a market, but there's an ice skating rink and like pubs and so on in the middle of the street, which is a walk past where's the got thrown out? So that was the National Gallery. It's really, as I say, I'm thinking of going back there today. National Gallery is where I once got ejected, thrown out unceremoniously, because one of the kind of security guards she didn't like the fact that I was live streaming, even though the website says it's fine to do that. But fortunately, yeah, so she sort of said, I'd like to leave, please. I said, fine. Does it look just great? However, I was sat outside broadcasting, and I got a message from the management of the gallery saying, "We're sorry, come back. We didn't need to do that. Shouldn't have done that." And later on, next day or so, they invited me back for a special closed door tour of the gallery from one of the curators herself, by way of apology. So it's very nice. So it's peace between us. It's begged me to come back, it did. Often me a really nice hour or so of the gallery just to myself, with a little tour from one of the creators. It was really nice. Australia avoiding the current 41 degrees, but 41 degrees. Bring my bicycle. Yeah, I don't think that'll happen. We'll stop. It's a bit scary 4. I've read about scary 4 anyway. That's really avoiding the current 41 degree forecast for tomorrow. And the catastrophic fire conditions are found is currently munching their way through most of the parts of Melbourne. It's not good. Yeah, so as I say, this is all being dismantled. Yes, it is, I think. Yeah, so this is the Christmas like temporary pubs and dancing and ice skating and so on that disappears. Take a lot of life, that doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me. Free people. Yes. Good slogan, I suppose. All the snow going. Yeah, I don't think it's snowed at all here yet this winter. It's -4, so it's not warm. There's trees being moved. What's going to happen to them? What was he saying? Oh yes, it's -4. There's ice around, so you can see there on the pavement there's bits of ice. It's a little bit slippy in places. I think we'll go back down to Princess Street, get a good view of the castle. Look at the wee bird. Oh, wee bird. Yeah, nice view of the castle. Up there. There's a TGI Fridays. There's a Greggs, there's a Pret. There's a treasure trove, don't know what that is. There's another Costa down there. Oh, some Castle Station. Oh, it's out of Paddington. Oh. Okay. No, I didn't go and sit with them. I suspect the bench was a little bit wet. Yeah, so this is Rose Street. Along there. We've got, I don't know if people still do it so much, but Rose Street, there's lots of pubs on Rose Street, and it used to be traditional that you would go for a pint, pub crawl, a pint in every pub along Rose Street, if you could possibly do that. But as I say, I don't know that people still do that so much. Rugby is calling, apparently. The Witchery is around here. The Witchery, is it? Is that on Rose Street? Warham, like a massive creature. Let's see, what's the time? It's 12:10. It's yeah. Just looking at what batteries are. We've got this way a little bit. At the end of Castle Street. Castle, yeah, well, that's Castle Street. Castle Hill was much. Oh, one of the next one's across. The Witchery, no. Yeah, so as I say, I think it's still fair to say it's still the premier shop shopping street in Edinburgh. I think it's the place where the rents are the highest. But a lot of the big names have disappeared from Prince Street. Yeah, it's not what it was. It's been insane. It's not what it was. Let's move ourselves here a little bit. Head up towards Lothian Road, I guess. Or I might go into the gardens. We'll head towards the gardens. We'll see if the Ross Fountain is still frozen, in fact, because I know it was frozen the other day. So I'll head down that way. Really nice. Nothing in candles. What? Yeah, we'll have a little look down in the gardens. So we'll need to cross over in a moment. Dip and dunk, apparently. I keep looking out for anyone I know. Any familiar faces, I suppose. Why would there be? I think we'll cross over here. No, not that. Yes, this is the end of Prince Street. We've got the Caledonian Hotel up there. We'll cross over now. Let's see. Nip out. There we go. Didn't die. That's St Cuthbert's. Is this church here? It's an interesting old graveyard. St Cuthbert's. But we won't go there today. Maybe we will. So I saw, what's that film about Eurovision with Will Ferrell in it? I saw it being filmed here about 5 years ago, perhaps, when we were filming some scenes in Edinburgh. But it doesn't look like there's any film crews here today. It doesn't happen. So that's the Ross Fountain down there. So let's see if I can get around to it. Maybe not. It looks as if it's barriered off today. While things are dismantled. But it does look frozen. It does look frozen, doesn't it? Go to the Good Omens locations. I don't know where they are. Let's see. I could go to. Did they film at Greyfriars? I think they did, didn't they? Greyfriars Kirkyard. I could go there. Could go there. So there's the castle. Good view of the castle and the Ross Fountain. There's Prince Street Gardens. No, maybe get a little bit closer. It's not in its best condition today, because of the things being dismantled after Christmas. I saw some people taking wedding photos down there a couple of years ago as well. Quite nice. In the sun, beautiful wedding dress. Oh, Jules. Oh, Jules. So, apart from Greyfriars, where did Good Omens film? Where did they film? Oh, there's Wojtek, of course. We'll go see Wojtek. I think I want to possibly take a picture of Wojtek. Polish bear. I won't give you the entire story. I won't give you the whole story of Wojtek and how he was found by the Polish army and fought at the Battle of Monte Cassino. That's Wojtek, famous Polish bear, Polish-Iranian bear. It's a shame that much of the gardens are closed off today, unfortunately. yeah, as I say, it's not exactly in its best condition. But it's still nice. It's still worth being here. As I say, if you want to make sure you're subscribed to me, give me a thumbs up as well. Always appreciated. If you want to do that, if you feel like being really daring and joining Discord, you can apply, you can ask, you can tell me why you want to be in my Discord. I might let you in. I can hear a magpie. Can you hear a magpie? I don't see it. It's up in that tree somewhere. Far away. I can hear a train as well. The train line to Glasgow goes through Princess Street Gardens, just down there. But I won't be catching that today. So this is where the Hogmanay concert, the New Year's concert, just post aware now. This is where the Hogmanay concert takes place, with all the fireworks and the countdown to midnight happens there. So that's what's being dismantled down here, and the Christmas market is over on the next bit, past the Mound. So we've done a kind of a circuit. I will stop in a moment, and then, as I say, I think I'll get something to eat, and then maybe we'll go to one of the galleries. I don't know if I'll stream it, to be honest. I might just take some pictures. Yeah, I haven't decided that yet. I'll have to check on my battery level and stuff. I might. We'll see. I might do a short. I don't know. Yeah, but we'll get down. I'll get up to the National Gallery. So, St Margaret's Chapel. We can just about see it actually. If we get past this tree. So St Margaret's Chapel is the oldest building in Edinburgh, and it's part of the castle. And I think. Now, is that it there? Is that it? Right, where's my finger? Is that it right there? I think that's St Margaret's Chapel. Yeah, right in the centre. Oh, the cafe's opening it up, apparently so. Yes, apparently so. So, yeah. But as I say, I think we'll stop and I'll go and get something to eat from somewhere. And then I might go live again. I might just do a short. I don't know. Can you walk to Victoria Street easily? Yeah, I could go to Victoria Street. If I was going to the National Museum, I'd be going past Victoria Street, kind of going to the grass market there. I mean, the thing about Edinburgh is everywhere is really close. The city centre is fairly small. It's split into two. You've got the old town and the new town, either side of the gardens. So over there, behind me, that's the new town, built in late 1700s, 1800s, and then other side, over that way, is the old town, which is up to, say, 1,000 years old, some of the buildings, St Margaret's Chapel. Yeah, and that was a big part of the Scottish Renaissance in the 17th and 18th century. The old town, and they needed to expand because it just wasn't big enough. But it's still quite a small city centre. And I only went to the end of our wander to beat me by a bigger margin on the water competition. Let's have a little look. Record outdoor. Alright, so does it say? So I've been walking.
Split tree.
Oh God, that's really slow. I'll look at that later. Partly, I guess. So we'll walk up the steps, I think. I tried to give them a big beaming smile in the background with their photograph, but I don't think it worked. I think I missed. Never mind. Yeah, so this is the Mound, which is kind of where we started, and the National Gallery. Oh yes, there's a Turner exhibition, isn't there? Every year, the National Gallery puts on an exhibition of Turner's paintings every January. Every January they exhibit their Turners. They were given the paintings on condition that they do that. Yes, on condition that they show their paintings every January. So it's on the moment, and of course, it's always free. It's always free to get into National Gallery. Flick around, see, like it says free admission. They'll admit you for free. Turner, on you are. Yeah, that's behind. So it's not just the Turner exhibition, but it's the whole gallery is free to get into. Anyway, I think, as I say, that'll do for the moment. So I'll go and have something to eat, and then I'll do something else somewhere of some sort. Get up those steps I think we can today. Anyway, that'll do for the moment. Been a big wheel. It's closed now. I think it's closed now. It's only soundboarding. So thank you for watching. Thanks for walking with me. Thanks for going on a little, very quick tour of the town of Edinburgh. Might do something live again later. Maybe not. We'll see how it goes. Train to catch, so can't stay too long. Should be normal. Bronze spirits on it. Should be normal Friday. Chatting and lunching on Friday. And then Tuesday for sketching and breakfast. As usual, so make sure you're following me if you're not following me. And you'll get the excitement of my company on a regular basis, although not necessarily walking through it. Right, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Have a nice Thursday, everybody. Cheery bye.